Alright, it's a tier 10 game on Severgorsk. I'm in my M53.
Time to roll out.
It's standard mode. I can get rid of this garbage right here, and then I'm going to roll back into quote-unquote typical arty territory right around A8. I don't usually like to do that. I feel like that's just begging to be counter-batteried. But alas, on this map, there's not many other good places to be as an artillery where you have a decent field of fire. So here we are, we've stopped, we're waiting, and we are aiming at where usually first contact is on this map, which is on the west side. A few moments of patience here, but I can see my team is moving quickly to reinforce the 2 tank destroyers. And ooh, there's one of the most powerful tanks in the team, the M53. So I'm sitting here searching for him on here, and there he is. So we aim roughly where we think he's going to go. He vanishes. I take the time shot though, and it vanishes, which means I just clobbered, well, probably the MX-50B, which I tell my team. I don't know it because, you know, XVM can't see it. The hit marker doesn't show anything, but yeah, it actually turns out later. I just clobbered him for 1,800 and some change hit points. He has just under 300 hit points left, and there he is. He's kind of kidding on the square there. Yeah, the arty just ripped him in half. The next time we see him again, he'll be very, very bad shape. Take a shot at the tank destroyer there. Unfortunately, the arty round falls short. T110E4 shall be a very difficult target through this game. Alright, I got an E75 block in my front, I got T34 in Overwatch, but there's only 3 tanks attacking up this way, and there's a waffle. Delicious, delicious waffle. I decided to take aim at him. Hopefully he's going to keep popping out of that same spot. See him pop out, take the shot, and I think it hit his gun based on the tiny amount of damage, because it must hit the very end of his gun. So his gun's probably broken. He's probably cursing his luck right now for that, but it only does a little tiny bit of damage to him with the blast effect. Well, that's all right. I repositioned to help avoid counter battery fire. I see that he's still doing the exact same thing. You'd think people would learn. Now he's changing his angle slightly. Take the shot, even though he's already vanished. And nope, don't think I did anything right there. So once again, maneuver to try and avoid counter battery fire. Yep, he didn't take any extra damage on that one, so that was a clean miss. But he's still there. See him retreating. Try to aim where I think he's going to be. Take the shot.
Enemy armor is destroyed.
And get him. Once again, maneuver to avoid potential counter battery fire. Look at the mini-map. Alright, looks like the eastern flank is mostly cleaned up. There's only an enemy 110 left there, but now there's a couple, a Waffenträger E100 and a 121 pushing the center. There's also this IS-8 pushing up over here. So the team is anything but safe yet. It's still very, looks like a very close game at 5-5. So I'm going to try and knock back this tier 9 IS-8 a bit. Take a blind shot there. Fortunately, you see the tree fall just below where my shell landed. He was not there. Yep, there he is, full health bar still. Alright. Maybe not the most glorious artillery match ever so far, but then again, I did start off with a direct hit on an MX-50B, so maybe it's a lot better than I think it is. I just can't tell because most of my hits have been on tanks that were not visible at the moment. This 121 is looking very aggressive. I don't want, and he's also one of the closest enemy tanks to me.
They're knocked out.
There's the sort of kind of thing you like to see when you're an artillery player. Generally speaking, medium tanks, although very difficult targets if you score a hit on them, they don't like it very much. Now I'm looking for that Waffenträger, but for some odd reason he has come out of the little gully right there and is being systematically dismantled by concentrated fire by the team. Alright, looks like most of the enemy team that's left is over here, so I aim over this way. We're now up by 2 tanks, so it's starting to look a little bit more favorable for the team. Just have to be patient while my team gets brave. There they are. There's that IS-8 again, at full health. There's also Tiger 2, but IS-8's the higher tier tank.
Critical hit.
That's the kind of hit we like to see. A little slow off the mark there, getting moving after my shot. Luckily the M55, the enemy M55 was not looking. Alright, in a new firing position. Once again, take aim up here. ISA is looking silly worse for wear. Yep, there he goes. So now it's time. Now it's the Tiger 2's turn. Oop, he takes a hit from somewhere. Whoa, big gun on the T110E3. Alright. Well, there's both an E75 and a T110E4 down here. There's the T110E4. He's in a very tricky spot to shoot at from here. Which is, of course, probably why he's there. But looks like he's about to back out, and that probably grazed him. Don't know for how much. But next time we see him, he's shy of a considerable chunk of health, so I probably got a good deal of damage on him because that landed right next to him. Alright, don't care if it's the T110 or the E75 that pops up next, just as long as something. There he is. Now, of course, he's being very careful to stay where he's artillery safe, because he knows he can't afford to have that happen again. Our IS-8 is concerned. Where's the Leopard 1? I look at the minimap. I'm like, that's right. He has never actually appeared on the map. RT-62 gives a guess that he's probably chilling in the enemy's center rear area. We're now up 10-5, so it's starting to look pretty good. Oh, there's the Leopard. He finally pops up on the center right flank, poking a corner. Well, there, the E4 was going to try making a push, but now I decide, you know what, the team is advancing far enough, I'm going to try advancing as well to gain a different angle on the enemy tanks that are hiding from me. I don't expect to be able to get a shot on the 110 Leopard, so I move this way to get better shots on the E4 and the E75. Alright. T110E4 has taken more damage since I got here. Inside this spot looks pretty good. Yep, nice and exposed. But just as I'm preparing to tell the team I'm going to shoot out, the T54E1 gets them. So I line up on the E75. Last known location. My team is overrunning the E75's last known location. He's not here. So I advance my aiming reticle. Nope, they found the 110. And there's the E75. I've overshot his location a little bit. Whatever. The IS-7 has him pinned down. Tell the team I'm going for the E75. Take the shot.
That was close.
Ah. Shock damage. No shock, but no damage. And now the E75 is probably going to get overrun by I think it's 3 tier 10 tanks that are facing off with him. In theory, he could take them. He's a very, very tough tank. But he also knows he's been under artillery fire. Okay, he's already taking a little bit of damage here. No, no, don't hide behind the building. I'd like to shoot you. Someone else gets a solid hit through his armor. And another one. Take the shot. Finish him off. Alright, all that's left is the enemy artillery, that Leopard, and a 110. I know they're over this way, so I start rolling this way with the entire intent of, if necessary, going straight into tank destroyer mode to try and take them on. Yeah, because the team is up pretty good at this point. Yeah, following a full health E75 out. Alright, stop, go back into artillery mode. Now I'm at the top of the ridge. I'd love to get a chunk out of that Leo. And there he is. Take the shot. Oh, he reverses just in the nick of time. All I get is a little bit of shock damage again. Leo's the only one left. And being... well, he's about to be cornered between E75 and a bunch of tier 10s. So this game is over. All I can do is line up and hope I can maybe get some final damage in. He's circling the poor E75, doing exactly what he needs to do here. Fortunately for him, joyride over. Too many tanks closing in. Good game, and good night. Alright, so of course the big question for that game is how much damage did I actually do, since I was hitting a lot of things that I could not actually see. Well, here you can see it. It's right down there, 5,864 damage. The vast majority of that was done to 2 targets. I did about 1,800 damage to the AMX-50B and 1,243, which you did see in-game, to the 121. So between the two of them, that's over 3,000 damage. The other 2,864 is split up more or less evenly amongst 5 other targets. The 110, the Waffenträger, the IS-8, the E-75, and the T-110 E4. So you can see on the next page right here, that was actually sufficient to get me top XP. That's really hard to do in artillery, and top damage. So that was very, very pleasant for me. So I see that artillery can still be a dominant factor in the game, though it's a lot harder and a lot more luck-based than it used to be. Though if you do look on the other team, you'll see their M53 was also in a very game with 3,000 damage done. He was probably getting a lot more, near misses, like I was doing for most of it. I was just fortunate enough to also score a couple of direct hits. And finally, go to the last page and you'll see 12 shots fired, 6 direct hits, 5 near misses, 7 enemies damaged. Of those, 3 were destroyed. Traveled just over 1.3 kilometers. Actually made credits at tier 9. Yes, would have made credits even if it was a non-premium account. That's a big deal. 1,073 base experience becomes 1,609 with a premium account, which then, because it was my daily double, yes, 3,218 experience. Very, very nice. Once again, good game and good night.